G'day guys, Basil from the Ep1 team here to bring you a brand new segment today called What the Spec. We deep dive into some of the old and new specifications from the carriers. Today we're going to be speaking about a new Vodafone specification, which is to do with feeder labels and the wraparound variety. If you're familiar with the Optus one, this is quite similar, just in red instead of yellow. There are only two specified brands at the time of making this video, that is Ep1 and our label solution, and Panduit. If you already have a Panduit solution from your Optus side, this can be used with that, just with the change of color and media. Today we're going to be talking about the Ep1 printing solution. In front of me I've got our Ep1 printer here. Inside there are two consumables. You have your ribbon at the top and then your labels behind. There are two sizes of labels with this. There is a 150mm long label, which is actually this one here, and you have a 250mm long one, which is better for anything over about 1/2 inch size. The 150 is great for your majority of your work. So we've developed a program that works with this printing solution. The great thing is, being in typical Ep1 style, we've built it in Excel. I'll put a screenshot up of it now. You'll see at the very top area there, you fill out your product, your site name, your job number, that sort of information. Then below that, on the left-hand side, you have your 150mm labels and the data fields that you fill out there, and then the 250mm labels on the right-hand side. Now don't forget that these actually will print in pairs because you need one on each end of your feeder label, so there's no need for a quantity, just expect two for every single line of data that you fill out. So we're going to print some labels now. When we built this printing solution, some things that we had in mind were speed, autonomy, and making sure that we reduced wastage as much as possible. So we're going to hit print now, and the first thing that's going to come out is a contents page, like the one I have in front of me. You won't be able to see it, but we'll put a big one up on the screen. On this, you actually have your site name and site number, what you filled out on the form there, so you know you're always picking up the right labels. And more importantly, when you're on site and you're looking for that one label out of the hundreds that you've had to print, there's actually a little contents page in here. So we have Vodafone 1 to 10 just written out, but this is actually able to show what page they're on. And on the actual label themselves down the bottom, in very small writing, there's a page number, so you can easily find these things on the go, and they're not gonna affect the codes that are on the labels themselves. We're gonna print the Vodafone labels out now, so number 1 to 10. You'll see they start to come out. You're printing out a label just over one every second. Actually, I think it's 1.5 labels per second, somewhere around there. So we're printing out in this process 24 labels. That is a start label and end label at the end, so you know where the start of the page was and where the end is, and then everything else in between. Also, it's good to know that these labels actually have perforations in them. So when you are finished, you can just fold them up and they'll bend nicely, and they rip really easily as well. So if you want to split them up with your colleague, you just rip them off and there's nice, neat tear there. Great thing is as well, because these are already pre-cut labels and professionally done, they're very easy to peel off. So you don't have to worry about that either. So this is the new Ep1 solution. It should make everything really fast for label printing in the future. I'm really excited to launch this. We are taking pre-orders now in our version 4.2 pricelist, which is about to release. If you're watching this video after the fact, hopefully we already have these in stock and we're good to go. But looking forward to releasing this out to the market. This is the Vodafone Ep1 label solution in What the Spec.